might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here.
Good evening. I'm Sydney Rotman with UCTV News. In the headlines tonight, Wismar goes Carney. CIE Fellows and UC Bonner's leaders team up to present diversity. Inside Wonderful Town, it was the second annual carnival night in Upper Wismar last week. A number of volunteers set up fun games such as pie tossing and mini golf. There were also many carnival-themed foods like corn dogs, cheesesteaks, wings, and soft pretzels. For dessert, students enjoyed snow cones and funnel cakes. There was even an appearance by the Ursinus bear. If you missed it, you'll have to wait for it to come around again next year. A few weeks ago, Ursinus took a look at some deep questions with the diversity monologues. The monologues were written by Ursinus students and talked about issues like race, class, gender, and sexuality, and mental health. The monologues were presented by the Bonner leaders and the CIE Fellows. Everyone involved did a great job, and on behalf of everyone here at UCTV, thank you to all those who read monologues. We admire your courage in discussing these difficult topics. On to you, Keon.
Thank you, Sydney. Did you see the musical Wonderful Town tonight? If not, you missed out. The musical was performed February 26th through March 2nd. It was directed by Professor Beverly Redmond and choreographed by Professor Karen Clement. Professor Holly Hubbs directed the music. The musical was the first collaboration between the dance, theater, and music departments. It was also the first musical to be put on in the Kaleidoscopes Theater. The cast and crew put a lot of work into making it an enjoyable experience for all. It's midterms here at Ursinus. All over campus, students are studying hard for their last tests before they escape for spring break. Good luck on all your tests and enjoy your time off. Here's John Roda with UCTV Sports.
Thank you, Keon. The Ursinus College women's swimming team, fresh off their first Centennial Conference championship in Ursinus history, had several members named to the 2014 All-Centennial Conference team. For the first time in school history, they finished with an undefeated 13-0 record. Swimmers earned spots on the team based on finishing first or second at the three-day championship. Sophomore Corinne Capodanno, freshman Allie Hemp, junior Chelsea Kozier, senior Milena LeFerrari, sophomore Michaela Lyons, senior Bryn O'Neill, and freshman Katie Pielmeyer were all named first team. Capodanno, LeFerrari, sophomore Kylie Hamilton, Hemp, Lyons, and Pielmeyer were all given honorable mention. In addition, Pielmeyer was named to the sportsmanship team, while LeFerrari was named as the outstanding swimmer of the meet. Head coach Mark Feinberg also was named Coach of the Year. What's next for the Lady Bears? I guess we'll have to wait and find out. Spring is almost here, and that means it's another season of sports for Ursinus athletics. Teams such as baseball, softball, lacrosse, tennis, and track and field will begin their regular seasons after students return from spring break. However, many of the teams will take trips to various locations across the East Coast to compete with other schools over spring break. Good luck and go Bears! With UCTV Sports, I'm John Roda. Back to you, Sydney.
Thank you, John, for that interesting report. Do you have a dorm room that you think is awesome and should be known to campus? Send us a picture of your dorm to uctv@ursinus.edu, and it could end up on TV. UCTV now presents an exclusive performance from ZBS, Ursinus College's student improv troupe, hosted by our very own Jon Kustina.
Good evening and welcome to our first taping of Did You See That? I'm your host, Jon Kustina, and we have a heck of a show for you tonight. Today we have the wonderful people at ZBS, Cooper Bard, Mary Covor, Paul Duncan.
What are you doing?
And Kale Drost. All right, so now we're on to our final game, Weird Newscasters. All of our newscasters have an interesting quirk. Let's see what's going to happen.
Welcome to the 6 o'clock news at 5. My name is Adrian Hagel.
And I'm Jet Mantley.
You sure are. Tonight's top story: Downtown parade runs into trouble. The bridge was out, and the 4th of July parade, that is much earlier this year than it was in previous years, ran into a bit of trouble. A lot of the animals and floats were all jammed up, causing a great deal of backup on the highway.
It turns out that some of the floats don't float. But in all serious news, 13 people died today.
glass of water.
Well, in other news, there was a robbery at the bank again. Yeah.
And now we'll go over to our weatherman for the weather, I presume.
Hello. Well, actually, our weatherman's not here right now, so he's kind of busy backstage. So at the moment, I'm going to be discussing the sports right now. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this game here, the horse race. And so we've got horses. We've got fast as lightning and slow as turds, and Mr. Fast, and also Cloppers. And there they go. All right, they're going down. Mr. Cloppers is dragging behind a little bit, but there's Mr. Fast. All right, Mr. Fast is really going to win this race, I'm sure. yeah, if I'm at all lucky here. All right, come on then. Wait. Come on, Mr. Fast. Come on. Slow as a turd is beating him. Oh no. Fast. Come on, go. That's $65. That's $65. I need that. Why do I do this to myself? Back to you, Mary.
Thanks for that riveting report.
What a shame. Isn't that right?
Yes, that's his year's salary.
That is just depressing. You know...
And we're not going to get a Christmas bonus this year, too.
Don't interrupt me, Chet.
I'm sorry.
All right. And now over to weather.
Hey, and welcome to the news, the weather. Well, let's go over to our charts here. You see, we've got a lovely windstorm coming our way. It's just, with the heat is it's really getting to. But I'll tell you what, it's gonna clear up! You have no mother.
Sure I do. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O.
Thank you for joining us for the 6 o'clock news 5.
I'm Chet Mansley. Yeah, you see? Yeah.
And I'm sufficiently terrified. Have a lovely evening.
All right, thank you, ZBS. Back to you, Sydney.
That's all from us here at UCTV. I'm Sydney Rotman. Thanks for watching. Join us next week for more surprises and guests. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at WhoWillYouSeeOnTV. Send us your tweets and you could end up on the show. Who will you see on TV?
Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap